ad from Honda that dropped every jaw and won every advertising award the second it hit the screen.
Isn't it nice when things just work?
I think when people see this commercial, they just stop in their tracks and they are in awe. It's a beautiful piece of film, and yeah, your first reaction is,
wow. Having worked in the car business extensively myself, you know, the clients are always saying, show my car. I want to see the car. The creative people are always trying not to show the car because all of the car commercials show the car. And frankly, by showing the car, you become like every other car commercial. What Honda did is they went the complete opposite way. Instead of showing the car, they went inside the car and showed probably 140 working pieces of the car. And so, I mean, I love it because it's almost like saying back to the client, I'm not only going to show your car, I'm going to show your car like no one's ever shown your car. So like they snooker the client. The client can't say no to the creative concept. And at the same time, you know, you have this really great idea.
Honda created an ad so complicated it would take a team of scientists from NASA to figure it out. Sadly, none were available. So we went behind the scenes for the making of Honda Cog.
I think it's incredibly difficult to make a great ad, and I think this is something that people don't really realize.
I've been working on it since the very beginning. It was the test that we did on video like 4 or 5 months ago. So it's been quite a long job for a commercial.
So how long have you been working on this job?
6 years, 6, 7, I can't remember.
We've had about 4.5 months of working in studios where they set different bits of car up. We obviously didn't want all the pieces just to be knocking into each other. There had to be the cleverness of the ingenuity of the piece was very, very important. So we have seen actually a lot of other ideas along the way to the final film.
Even if you're not explicitly into film and into advertising or movies or television, you can't help but be drawn in by the loving attention that the filmmaker has placed on how each one of those parts is going to move.
Obviously, it was based on a previous thing. I mean, we've seen these dominoes falling. We've seen lots of these. Based on that, I mean, I don't know how they got to the idea, but it was a great idea. But my guess is tons and tons of practice to make that thing work.
The commercial, which a lot of people thought was a lot of computer-generated effects, was actually filmed mostly in camera over 4 days. It took 600 takes to get that entire Rube Goldberg process down.
I mean, there's only one cut in that thing.
And they did it in 2 sections because of space limitations. They filmed the first half of it and then the second half of it.
So one shot goes up one side and then the other shot comes down the other side of the warehouse and they cut it together in the middle.
Which is quite a directorial achievement.
Taken 1 month in script approval, 2 months in concept drawings, and 4 months in development and testing.
Generally speaking, we've been 8 others working non-stop on this chain reaction. And with different sensibilities, there's a sculptor, a photographer, special effects technicians from the cinema.
On the day, you're talking about a large crane. You're talking about 3 people operating that crane. You're talking about 3 people operating the camera. You're talking about the perfect lighting, and you're talking about our friends, the parts, doing exactly what they're supposed to do.
And obviously, the director has this perfect take in his head, and that's the battle. That's what they're trying to get on film.
It reminds me how rare it is that you're able to win, persuade, have the right kind of conversations with all the right people you need to get something like that to happen.
Now that we've heard from the experts how it was made, let's take one last look at Honda Cock.
Isn't it nice when things just work?